everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Ken, and today I've got an absolutely sweet recipe, sweet episode for you. Today I'm going to show you how to make that very popular, very common Greek sponge cake called Ravani. Ravani is found throughout Greece and all over the place in terms of mainland, islands, and whatnot. Different variations, but there is one basic recipe that I'm going to show you today, which is a Puritan style. It's a very simple cake to prepare as long as you're organized and you have the right tools. In which case, I'm using my KitchenAid. If you got a hand mixer, that'll totally work as well. It will make your life that much easier. So I'll give you a little quick breakdown of our ingredients and what we're going to use here today. I'm using 1.5 cups of butter, 2 cups of self-rising flour, 1 cup of semolina flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of milk, the zest of 1 orange, and 6 eggs that have been separated. So to start us off, I'm going to put my egg yolks into my mixer and also incorporate the sugar. Whip that up and keep that mixing. So now that our egg yolks and our sugar have kind of mixed together, I'm going to add my butter, and this is 1.5 cups of softened room temperature butter. And make this room temperature. I promise you it's going to make your life easier, and it's going to make the recipe come out that much better as well. So whip this up for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll continue on from there. At this stage of the game, I will tell you, while we're doing all this prep work and getting our cake batter together, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next thing to go in now is the zest of 1 orange. Throughout this process, you may want to just kind of stop your mixer and scrape the side of your bowl. Now that that's been going for a few minutes, I'm going to bring the speed right down to about the stir speed and very slowly add our 1 cup of milk. Along with our milk, I'm going to add our 1 cup of semolina flour. All right, now the last part of this is, in terms of the mixing process, is adding in our self-rising flour. I would recommend you do this slowly, because if you're like me, you'll wind up wearing this if you do it too fast. Also, don't be alarmed if your batter seems a bit thick right now. That's totally fine. That's what it's actually supposed to be like. Once again, we slow this right down, lift this up. You see our batter is actually pretty thick right now. And just again, one last time, scrape the side of your mixing bowl so you get all of that goodness and all the batter in towards the middle to get incorporated. All right, so our batter is done. So put that there. I'm using a 12-inch round, pre-greased and pre-floured pan. No need for you to watch me grease and flour a pan. That's like right up there with like watching paint dry. So I'm going to leave that off to the side there. I'm going to take a mixing bowl, and what I'm going to do is, as gracefully as I can, because believe me when I tell you, my friends, I am not a baker by any stretch, but I love baking and I love making things that are kind of simple but really, really delicious. So I'm just going to clean off my paddle as good as I can, or as well as I can, and put that in there. And I'm going to show you in a bit where I'm going with this in terms of what I want to do. So I'm just going to put that there, take my bowl, and with a spatula, take this batter and put it into a mixing bowl. And clean off your mixing bowl as well as you can with the spatula. So now that I've got my batter into my bowl, what I'm going to do next is, and it's relatively clean, doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to change my attachment. I'm going to use my wire wisp to add that, and what I want to do is take my egg whites and beat them into white fluffy peaks, almost like a meringue. So put those in there, and this is the whites of 6 eggs, the 6 eggs that we originally separated. So I'm just going to put those in there and just whip them up. That's all you have to do. You don't have to add anything to them. No sugar, Nothing like that, no cream of tartar. Just straight beating the egg whites until they become white, fluffy, and with pretty firm peaks. As I'm folding the egg whites in to the batter, you're gonna find that your batter will start actually softening up and loosening up, and that's exactly what we want, because at the end of the day, we want this batter to become very light. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna take my 12-inch pre-greased and pre-floured pan, and I'm just gonna empty the contents of this right in here. And again, I have to tell you, I'm certainly no baker, and this is actually very easy. Now, this is the first part of this recipe, and the other part of this recipe, after it bakes, we're gonna add a very simple syrup to this to kind of add to the decadence, to the luxuriousness of this cake. And it's amazing how something so simple can actually taste so good. So spread your batter around as evenly as you can. And we're gonna pop this into a 350-degree oven for about an hour. So at about the 45-minute mark, check it and see how it is in terms of doneness with like the toothpick test. And this should rise a fair bit. And then we'll be ready to add the next stage, which is our syrup. I'll see you guys in a bit after this is baked off. All right, so our Ravani is out of the oven. It is done perfectly. As you can see, it's been sitting here for about 10-15 minutes, so it's still kind of hot, but you can handle the pan, which is totally cool. The next and final part of this is the simple syrup that we're gonna make for this dish. And for this, I'm using basically 3 cups of regular granulated white sugar, and that's gonna go into our pot, along with 1.5 cups of just regular water, and the juice of half a lemon will go into this. And what we're going to do is very simply bring that up to a boil, let it go for about 5 minutes, and then just drizzle it over our cake. While this is heating up as well, a good idea would be just to give it a quick stir from time to time, just to stop it from catching on the bottom, and you're off to the races. All right, so now that our syrup is done, it's come to a boil, and it's ready to go. What I'm gonna do is very slowly and carefully, because this is like pretty bitchin' hot, pour this in slowly and let the cake kind of absorb it as it goes. Little by little. This is gonna be so good. Oh my God. You should see how this is absorbing actually. It's all the goodness, all the sweetness of the syrup, plus the orangey zest of the actual cake, plus the lemon juice of the syrup. The next and final part of this is let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes with the syrup in it, and let the moisture of the syrup reconstitute into the cake, and we'll be ready to slice it up in just a couple of seconds. All right, so now the moment of truth is here, and what I'm gonna do now is start cutting into this, and I'll show you how it actually turns out. This is actually really syrupy, so it's really good. 2 ways you can go about this. You could either cut this into squares, or you can cut this into diamonds, which is more traditional. I'll show you the diamond approach today, but whatever works for you is totally fine. Going to lift off one piece now to show you guys how it actually turned out. Oh, look at this. How gorgeous is this? I feel like a father or something who just had a kid. So I'm just gonna put that there like this, nice and easy. And here you can see inside it's completely done. The syrup has absorbed right into this. I'll try this even though it's really hot. It's light, it's airy, it's exactly what we want. What a dessert. So simple, so delicious, and you know what? Not that difficult to make. Absolutely fantastic. So, my dear friends, this is Ravani, the Greek kind of cake that is served in most functions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love making this for you. So until next time, I'm Ken, aka the Lazy Gourmet, hoping you try baking as well as Greek cooking, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.